I opened my eyes and found myself in a bleak wasteland, shrouded in fog. I looked around for anything familiar, but the fog was so dense that I almost couldn't see my hand in front of my eyes. I knelt down at a tiny patch of barren, dried up grass. I plucked it from the ground and smelled it. It was the all too familiar scent of death. As I slowly stood up, I noticed a tiny red shimmering on one of the blades of grass. A drop of fresh blood calmly ran across it, dripping onto the ground next to me, where another tiny patch of grass grew. I continued to walk forward into the seemingly endless wall of fog, leaving a trail of grass behind me, nourished by the blood drizzling from my hand. I walked forward for what felt like hours, even days, seemingly across the same part of the barren wasteland. I didn't feel like I knew where I was going, but somehow knew I was on the right path to wherever I was heading. Still, I was leaving my trail, which meant I was moving forward and not staying on the same spot. Suddenly, the fog cleared, and I found myself in front of a giant gate. It seemed like it was the entrance to a colossal fortress made of a dark, reflecting obsidian-like material. Just looking at my distorted reflection sent a shiver down my spine. Averting my gaze, my eyes fell onto the gate again. A mixture of wood, strange metal, and other material I couldn't identify made up the gate. The strangest part was a massive bas-relief carved into the wooden center. The image it depicted was nothing I had ever seen before. It looked like a scaly body full of spikes and teeth, seemingly spiraling out infinitely into every direction from one centric point. Sitting in this pit was a massive eye, shining amidst the endless void within the carving. I softly laid my hand onto the gate, feeling its scars of time, its hints of decay, its traces of death. As I was entranced by the astonishing sight before me, a shimmering red substance started to creep up the gate towards the bas-relief. A shiver ran down my spine as I noticed it was originating from the wound on my hand. but I was too mesmerized by the gravity-defying river to feel any kind of pain. The blood was slowly flowing across the gate, entering the carving across every extremity of the unknown depiction, and merging at the eye. As the eye was fully taken over by the blood, it seemed like the gate regained a glint of color under the red shimmering of life's fuel. The last remains of decay disappeared as I started to feel weaker and weaker, my vision getting blurry, exhaling in exhaustion. With the last blink of sight, I looked up at the now way too alive looking carving as my eyes wandered to its center. The giant red eye suddenly flicked into my direction, meeting my gaze. Then the gate exploded as the gigantic monster burst out of it, hungry for my blood. I was awoken by my own scream, hitting my head on the floor as I fell out of my bed. Thank God it was just a dream. A dream that felt a little too real for my taste, to be honest. As I made my way into my bathroom, I took a drowsy look at myself. Nothing unusual. Well, other than a small scar on my right palm.